Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Beja. Today we're going to talk about what my first neurosurgeon said to me that changed my life forever. That's the name of this video. So before the first surgery, I had been admitted into the hospital and I'd been there for a few days and I got to meet my fabulous neurosurgeon, the first one. And she showed me where the tumor was and we consulted, and she would just pop in and check in and stuff before surgery, before the big day. And one of those check-in days, I asked her, why do I have this on my brain? Like, why is this here? I can be the curious type. I like to ask myself internal questions. I like to ask God questions. I can be a little bit nosy, I don't know, curious, interested. So when I asked her that, it literally just kind of like came from the gut. Like, why do I have this? Like, why is this tumor here? And I didn't know it was cancerous at the time, but why is this tumor here? And what she said to me changed my life forever to this day. She just said very simply, sometimes you get picked. That's all she said. Sometimes you get picked. And that was it. She didn't comfort me. She didn't say anything medical. She didn't say, she just said, you get picked. You got picked for this. And when I tell you that was the exact thing that I needed to hear from her, that is the exact thing I needed to hear from her. I believe God was speaking through her when she said that to me, because that simple phrase gave me so much. It gave me purpose for my trial. It gave me meaning for this journey, for what I was going through. It gave me what I needed to understand that, like, this isn't just a coincidence, but that this trial, this journey, this challenge is specifically for you, Beja. Your name is above it. It belongs to you. It gave me meaning, and it gave me more than just, okay, I'm going through this thing and it'll be okay, or I don't know, or, it gave me like an establishment of what I was going through, and an assignment even, that this is not just God being willy-nilly. God is never willy-nilly. We might think so, and life might feel that way. We're willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. But God is never willy-nilly. He is extremely purposeful. And I learned that God is very, very, very serious about his purpose. And he lets us participate with him in his purpose. And so when she said that to me, that's what I got. Like, that was the download of like, oh shoot, you are not a victim. You are a victor. And plus God had already told me that prior. Wait, was it prior or after? It was after. I'm saying a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm just processing this concept. It could be a challenge. Maybe you already got it and I'm just a repeater. I am a repeater. But yeah, it gave me meaning and it made me feel empowered, because I knew that this wasn't just a willy-nilly situation. Like I've said like 90 million times. It gave me purpose. It gave me assignment. It gave me meaning, and it gave me empowerment. And the cool thing is, God's that way with all of us if we let him. I'm not special to be the only one. I mean, you could open the Bible and find so many examples of God allowing his children to live out his purpose. And that's what shaped this medical journey for me. It shifted. And I was like, oh, this is for me to do. This is for a reason. This is not just get through it and go on with your life. It's like, God's going to make something out of this. He's going to make something out of me first. And he's going to make something out of this story, out of this testimony, out of what I'm going through. So the purpose that I received just from her saying you got picked was everything to me. And before anyone gets mad at me for saying what I'm not saying that I didn't do anything to contribute to a brain tumor being cancerous. Could have been diet, could have been environment, could have been chemicals, could have been a ton of things. We don't have a history of cancer in my family, but hey, I could have brought it on myself by my own decisions. That's not the point. The point is the meaning that I made out of the challenge that I was living through. That's the point, because you get the opportunity to decide if you want to be a victim or if you want to be a victor. And I knew I didn't want to go through this the hard way. It's hard enough. It's hard enough just physically, emotionally. I wanted to go through it the best way, meaning God's way. So when she said that to me, it was almost like she ripped the sheets back and I was able to see like, oh, this is a God thing. And that might sound crazy, given that I went through 2 surgeries and treatments and cancer and all this other stuff, but it was what I needed to get through not only the best way, the easiest way, but God's way. Like, God gives us gifts. He gives us presents. And we have the opportunity to take the gift and open it up and enjoy, or we could say, no, I don't want it. I'm a victim. I'm not into this. Complain, and get in your feelings about it. And it's easy to get in your feelings about it. It is. But God gave me a gift, and it was like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. I'm going to make something out of this. And whether my first neurosurgeon knows that or not, maybe she'll see this one day, I don't know, but she was a godsend. She helped me frame up the challenges that I was facing. And the cool thing, like I said before, it's not just me. This is for all of us. Like, God has a plan He has to execute. He has purpose He has to execute. And He, like I said, He lets us be the executors. Like, He lets us be involved. He lets us get our hands dirty and clean. And it's so fun when you go through hard times His way. If I can dare to say that. And I know this is a little controversial because there were some very unfun times. But when I say that my burden was so light because He was involved with my journey, He carried so much for me. I called them cushion moments, where He just made things better, made things easier, gave me favor, gave me grace. I wasn't suffering. I had a pretty okay time given the circumstances, because I know a lot of people who go through A, cancer, B, surgery, C, treatments, do not have a pretty okay time. A lot of people suffer and they have lasting physical challenges even after they've overcome. I met some of those people when I was getting radiation, where they're just in pain, or their skin's torn up, and I didn't have any of that. Yes, I had challenges and it was hard and different things were challenging, but God made it light for me, and I can't take any credit for that besides the gift He gave. I opened it up and I said, I receive it. That's what I did. And the cool thing is, we all have the opportunity to do that, because hard times are guaranteed. Whether you're a believer or not a believer, we all face things that we don't want to face. We have realities, life comes at us. It's a guarantee. You can't skirt that stuff. But what you can do is determine how to go through. So if you can give meaning and purpose and intention to trials, you can get through them in a different way with a different attitude. And so that's my encouragement. So 2 things. God's purpose is so important to Him, and He lets us get involved with it. And I just encourage everyone, through the good, the bad, the ugly of life, is to get God more involved with what you go through. That's how I even have a testimony. During the greatest challenge I've ever faced, I can speak well of it and not be lying. Like, I'm not pretending. Like, this is what happened. So thank you to my first neurosurgeon for those words. They brought me so much perspective, and they stuck with me. They're still with me. And it got me to even talk about what God has done for me. I have a testimony now, and I'm sharing it as I should. And it's what's funny is I started my YouTube channel back in like 2012, like over 10 years ago. And because I always wanted to have a YouTube, but I was afraid. I was just scared. I didn't want to deal with the comments and the judgments and like all the fun things that come with talking about Jesus on a platform or just sharing on a platform. And I just, for years, I didn't do it. But after going through what I went through, the way I went through it with the Lord, oh, we talk about it. We're going to talk about it. It got me to this point to execute on my purpose. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, God wastes nothing. He wastes nothing. So, I hope this blessed you. Thank you for watching. Love you. See you in the next one. Bye.